Hello, namaste, welcome to Mayaakatha, where stories dance. Stories are a way we connect with our own self or with anyone for that matter. Stories are something like which is part of us right from the day we step on this earth. And before that, also, yes, there is a conversation between the mother and a child in womb, and that is again yet another story. And once the child is, in the hands, there's a story that we have created and we enjoy saying that story every day. And once as that little child starts growing up, we show them the sun, moon, stars, or whatever is around us. Even it could be, oh yeah, it could be this tiny, tiny one also, right? We show a doll, we show a sun, we show stars, sun, moon, everything, and we try to feed a child, and the child would be so mesmerized looking into the sky and wondering, Mama, where did the stars come from? How did the sun come? Where were the moon all these days? And then, that's how we started our conversation with Miss S Natarajan. Yes, the honorary lecturer with Nehru Planetarium Mumbai. And this evening again we have, it's a pleasure to welcome, and we're going to have stories on comets. So I'm adding Mr. Natarajan to the stream. Welcome, sir, to Mayaakatha, where stories dance. It's a pleasure to have you again. Hello, sir. Hello. Yes, yes. I'm sorry about that. There was a lag in the internet connectivity.
Good
Okay,
evening,
that's
Meera.
really
I'm so happy that to see your enthusiasm, and in future, I think we should talk more about galaxies, the birth and death of
we
stars,
will definitely, we
and
will definitely. That's a
what do you call the mind-boggling black holes, and so on and so forth. So I think
I
now
think
let
I'll
us start.
start making a
Yeah,
note.
yeah.
I'll
We
start
should
making a
talk
note
on
about
Monday.
what are the topics we should cover soon.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. Yeah,
Yeah, and galaxy as such is a subject which is vast, and anybody and everybody, I mean, most of them for that matter, would love to know about galaxies, about the planets, the rotation, how are they
yeah,
formed, and what happens to the star.
yes,
So, to the viewers, thank you for joining in. This evening,
yeah.
we're going to be talking for the next 30 to 35 minutes about the
Ah,
comets.
ah,
And so, we would like to hear.
ah.
So we would like to hear from you about comments. And yes,
Okay.
thanks for sharing few questions that would help.
Ah,
When I'm sharing it, asking you, as well the viewers, if you have questions about the comments, the stars, you can
ah.
put it in the comments and we will ask them. Over to
Okay.
you, sir.
Okay. Tell me, Meera, what would you like to know about comets? Nothing. It has really fascinated mankind. Uh, Comets. People have. There are so many stories interwoven with the comets. When comets a huge tail, the comets are divided into two parts, head and the tail. The tail is, I mean, the distance from head to tail is at least about 200 million kilometers. So it's a wonderful sight. Now, tell me what would you like to know about comets?
Definitely. So what are they made up of? What are comets
See,
made up of?
comets are nothing but a icy snowball. The comets are nothing but a dirty snowball, which are nicknamed by the astronomers because it is nothing but a snow, which is chiefly composed of ammonia, carbon dioxide, methane, carbon monoxide. So what happens is when once it comes closer to the sun, it it begins to vaporize, and it forms a head, and the diameter between of the head is at least about 10 million kilometers. Now, as it comes closer to the sun, due to the extreme heat and radiation, it melts, forming a huge tail. So the distance between the head and the tail is at least about 200 million kilometers. That is 200 followed by six zeros. Now, interesting thing is there are two tails. Comets, tail is away from the head, and because of the radiation. So one is the dust tail, which is always curly, and another is the gaseous tail, which is always straight. So the gaseous tail is always straight because of the ionized gases, and dust tail is curly because of the dust particle, and the tidal force acts on it, and the tail is bent. So comets are of two. So the comets have got tails. Which point away from the head. But interesting thing is there is a comet known as Comet Roland, which has got an anti-tail. Okay. Now, why this anti-tail is formed? Initially, it was astronomers were baffled black and blue, but then they found out that
Okay.
some mass ejection, chunks of gas have been ejected from the head. So a small tail is being formed, and the distance of the tail is at least about 3 kilometers. So even Comet Kohutek has got an anti-tail. So it's a wonderful thing,
Okay.
which is yeah.
Okay. Lovely. Probably we should know the types of comets.
Well, comets are of two types, two groups, I would say. Essentially, one is the periodic comet. So by the name, you can easily recognize that periodic comets, they have certain time, like Comet Halley. It comes once in every 76 years. And the shortest periodic comet is Comet NK, which comes once in every 3.2 years. But since NK keeps coming frequently, nobody bothers much about it. And Halley is come once in 76 years, so astronomers give more importance to that. And Halley was seen in April 10, 1986. When I was a boy of 21, I saw. And now again, it can be seen in the year 2061. So hope you all should have a very long life. That is my wish. And there are so many comets which have got longer periodic comets, like Comet Bela, which come once in every 10,000 years. Comet Neowise, it comes once in every 77,000 years. And there are comets which come once in 25,000 years also. Another group is non-periodic comets. They just don't have any time. They just come at any time and vanish. So astronomers have nicknamed them as sons-in-law of solar system because they don't have any time. They just come at any time and go at any time. Now, one interesting factor about this incident, I would say, about this Comet Halley is in 1910 when Comet Halley occurred. In Italy, astrologers, what they did was they started selling sleeping pills as comet pills by claiming that, if you eat this pill, you will sleep peacefully, comet will not hurt you, harm you rather. And they made a fortune out of it. This is one aspect. And it is always comets again, they are correlated with the evil. When comets occur, people think that some death is going to take place. Many people from our country believe that. Of course, it is just a myth.
All right.
So
Okay. Yes, there are
So
quite a
this
few
is the
myths,
interesting thing about the comet, and yeah, and more another interesting factor about this comet is comets are wonderful sights to behold. You can in the
Okay.
clear sky you can see the tail and the head very clearly. Have you seen any
That's
comet?
uh
Have you seen?
my textbook.
Not in your textbook. Your naked eye, I'm asking.
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So, if I can ask you the next question, like, what
Yeah,
happens?
yeah, please.
What will happen when comets collide with a planet?
See, when in 1994, there was one comet known as Comet Livy Shoemaker. It has
Okay.
collided the planet Jupiter, and it punctured the planet at least about 15 times. 15 times. And lots of new information have been revealed about it. The astronomers have discovered a lot of new information. That is, as planets, they have satellite families. There
Yeah.
are planets which have got comet families. So what happens is, like these comets, they travel from the planet to sun and then they come back like a shuttle service. But
Yeah.
there are some comets which cannot withstand the heat and radiation of the sun, and they split into many parts and fall back on that planet. So these are
Okay.
known as the sun grazers.
Sun raises.
SUN
Okay.
GRAZER, sun grazers.
Sun
So,
grazers.
and this is a very remarkable discovery, and it's a startling discovery that planets have got comet families. I think this each and every student who is watching this program should make a note of it. Make a note of it.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, not only the students, we adults are also making a note of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to add few lines over here, sir, to the viewers here in Mayaakatha, are you wondering, why are we talking about sun, moon, stars, and the comets? I think there is story everywhere. There
Okay.
is a story when we ask a question. There is a story when we know about when we get to know about new things. There is a story when we learn new things. So
Okay.
that's a main reason we have Mr. Natarajan over here. Yes, he's the honorary lecturer with Nehru Planetarium Mumbai, and whatever he is sharing, it is basis his experience and his love for the subject. Yes, that's his love for the subject. We love few stories in our life. That's the reason is because we love the subject or we love that story, and we keep we keep playing it in our mind, or it could be just like a movie that comes in front of our eyes, and it's an experience or it's a reflection, and these are the kind of stories which we love to create, recreate, and continue creating it. And that's the main reason we have Mr. Natarajan over here, who comes in with a huge, I mean, tremendous experience, especially in the astrophysics space. And he's got lots more stuff to share with us. And this evening, yes, today we are going to be talking about the comets. We did asking about what are comets. We asked him what are they made up of. We asked him what are the different types of comets, and we asked him what happens if the comet collides, the planet, and he shared with us. And yes, probably I mean now the next question I wish to ask him is about he's talking about sun grazers. So if you can just let us know what are sun grazers.
Sun gazers, as I told you, that as planets have satellite families, there are some planets which have got comet families. So once these comets, they go from the planet to the sun and then they come back. But again, I'm making it clear that there are some planets, comets, sorry, once they when they reach when they approach the sun, due to they cannot withstand the heat and radiation of the sun, and they split into many parts and fall back on the planet. So these are known as the sun grazers. Yet, the most interesting thing is there are so many comets which split into two parts, two different comets also. That also has happened many times.
Okay, okay, all right. How big is a comet? How big is a comet, sir?
The diameter of the head is about 10 million kilometers, and the distance between the head and the tail is at least about 200 million kilometers.
All
That's a
right, all
huge
right.
thing. Yeah, yeah,
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. I mean,
yeah,
I think beyond our imagination, I would
yeah,
rather say.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Suppose, what will happen? What will happen when comet collides our Earth?
It's a good question. I mean, though it may found a bit quixotic or hypothetical, it is certainly a very good question because it has happened. In 1910, there was one comet. I forgot. I mean, it has when one the what problem is what happens is when this comets once they go away from the sun, go away from the Earth, what happens is they burn a lot of the tails get disappeared once they go away from the sun, and then what happens is they fall sometimes. Some comets, they huge chunks, they fall on the earth. So it so happened in Siberia, in a forest, in Tunguska, in a forest, a comet had hit, and it has destroyed lot of so many thousands of square kilometers of land, and even the it has been still speculated by the astronomers that the dinosaurs, they also perished when a comet hit the planet Earth few million years back. So, I mean, this is something interesting and mind-boggling also.
Yeah, this is a story which we heard about also, how dinosaurs left
Yeah, yeah.
the dinosaur era for that matter. Okay. Though I have some questions
Okay.
just to ask you. Probably we just thought, how about sharing some experiences about what made you get into this particular field? Yes, we understand for the fact that you are interested in astrophysics, but
Yes.
there should be someone, or there should be someone external, or there should be someone within, who actually
Yeah.
motivated or made Mr.
Um,
Natarajan to
it's
think
all,
about
it's all, it's
astrophysics.
all my, it's all credit goes to my father, who had shown the night sky, as I told you earlier. In Bhubaneswar,
Yes, yes.
we had a huge terrace, and he showed me the whole star. He showed me Venus. So that fascinated me. And afterwards, after my schooling, I met the then director of the Nehru Planetarium, Dr. Venkatarajan. He encouraged me, and I started reading books, and then I started going deeper. And I love writing poems also. So,
Would you like to
uh,
share one or two lines? We would love to hear.
yeah,
People have
actually,
been hearing
about uh,
about stars, some few lines from you, and we have a
no, I
question
keep
from
telling.
a viewer,
Uh, yeah,
youngest
I
viewer.
Yeah. Okay, I'll share my poem. That is the age of the star. See, our sun, the age of our sun is 10 billion years old. Okay, out of which it has completed 5 billion years and still will shine for another 5 billion years. So, after 5 billion years, what will happen is all the hydrogen would get completely converted into helium, helium further into carbon, then magnesium, oxygen, nitrogen, and eventually it will end up in the stage of iron, whereby the sun would expand about 100 times than it is now, engulfing all the planets, including our Earth. Well, this is known as the red giant phenomena, but it will happen only after 5 billion years, so we need to worry about that now. So that I've expressed in the form of a poem. That is, the oxygen, my poem goes like this: the oxygen that we breathe, the gold that we keep locked up in our cupboards, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, were all cooked up in the heart of a star once upon a time. For from that came we, and into it shall we perish. Which means we are all star children. Because but for the stars, you and I cannot exist. So it is really ridiculous on the part of mankind to fight or discriminate in the name of caste, creed, religion, and sex. This is something to be thought about. This is my point.
Lovely. I would request you for one thing. If you can just message or you can mail me what you shared, we would love to
Oh,
share that in our community, and people would love to read as well.
okay.
Such a
Sure.
lovely poem that you shared.
Yeah,
So we have question from Shania. She's
yeah.
6 year old, and her
Oh.
question, I'm just displaying it on our screen. So here it goes. Shania wants to know, why can't we see comets? She's curious.
No, Shania, you can see comets, but when it comes closer to the Earth, you can see. Now, comets are quite away from the Earth, so you cannot see. And once it comes closer to the Earth, in a clear sky, you will be able to see with a pair of good binoculars. Or once any comet comes in
Lovely, Shania. I think.
closer to the Earth, you can contact me. I will show you.
Lovely. So we have a hello. I think this is from Trishti. Hi, Srishti. And next question again from Shania. Uncle, can you tell us about all our 8 planets? Before there were 9 planets, are now only 8. Oh, I think this is a question, from Meera too.
Oh, it's a
Growing up,
good
I've always
question
heard about
because
9 planets.
actually, to remember the planets in order, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. I used to tell
Yes.
them like this, for the children.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas. Okay. But
Okay.
now the Pluto has gone. So you should remember like this. My very educated mother just served us none. Because pizza has gone, Pluto has gone now. So why Pluto has been removed from the list of 9 planets? The first is it does not obey the Kepler's law of motion. Kepler's
Okay.
law says that all the planets revolve in an elliptical orbit. The first law. But what happens is farther planet, more eccentric would be the orbit. More eccentric would be the gravity, and the orbit also would be eccentric. So what happens is with the gravity, this planet Pluto has come into the orbit of Neptune. And second thing is there are so many asteroids which are much bigger than Pluto. That's why they have removed it after a discussion of say about 10 years. They have removed Pluto in the list of from the list of 9 planets. Now it is an asteroid. It is a minor planet.
It, sir, it's like this. Pluto is something I don't know about others. Growing up, always it has been a favorite planet for me. I don't know for what reason, because of its size or the way it was taught in the class, or rather in my school
No,
days,
it is the
or the
smallest.
farthest
It is
one.
the smallest planet. No, it's the
Yeah.
smallest planet. And if you go to Pluto and if you look at our sun would look just like an ordinary star because it will be always night on it because it is for the farthest planet.
Yeah. So, when I heard for the first time, like a couple of years back, when a child was showing her science book, and I was so interested in looking into the solar system, and I was like, "Where is Pluto?" And that's when they said, "Oh, it's outside the syllabus." That was the answer when I got it's outside the syllabus. And for a second, I
Uh,
went and I searched, "Oh, is Pluto there or Pluto is not there?" That was the
exactly.
curiosity. Oh, that's a
Yes.
story we can definitely talk about on and on. We
Yeah.
have some questions. I'm sorry, I was unable to see the name. Shrishti, yes, I'm just displaying her message over here. Shrishti Rajiv says, "Hello, I'm glad to be part of this live session. Very enlightening. Thank you, Shrishti, for traveling along with us. We'll have more such connects. We wish to hear from all of you. What would you like to know about, or more in this particular space?" And so, with his experience, I'm sure, 2.5 to 3 decades, sir, or more than that. You can please correct me if I'm wrong.
Which one?
So,
Which one? What?
uh,
My I've been with this subject from since 1984, and
okay,
I've been delivering lectures in schools and colleges for last 25
yes,
years.
yes, and so we might have lots of questions. Since we
Hmm.
are coming with lots of questions, we thought why not build a story, because I'm working with Sir, to
Okay.
calendar the events so that monthly we have at least 1 or 2 connects.
Okay.
was a lag in the connectivity. So viewers, what I
Yeah.
was mentioning is I'm working with Mr. Natarajan sir in terms of putting a calendar in place wherein we would have on a regular basis or on a periodical basis, we can put it across as, stories, how we connect with the astrophysics subject per se.
Correct.
So that's something which we're working on, and you have some topics in mind. This is something which we wish to know more. Do leave in the comments box, or you can message me as well that Meera, we wish to know about these concepts, and we will try working on the same and come back to you on the feasibility how
Yeah.
we can take this connect further. So next,
Yes.
so we have again, I think it's Shanaya who's asking, and we would love to put it over here. Shanaya asks, with telescope, not binoculars. Why?
With telescope you can see, but what happens is one disadvantage with the telescope is the field view is just 5 degrees. Whereas the binocular field view is been about 15 degrees. So field view is good. And second thing is binocular you can rotate. You can move freely. Telescope you cannot move. It will stand still. Yes, you
Okay.
can see the comet. Yes, you can see the comet through the telescope. No problem. Certainly, why not? But
Okay.
for
So
watching
the
the
next
asteroids, I would recommend binoculars.
binoculars. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So would you like to share a few words about? I mean, I think you take students to the planetarium. Show them this. The sun, moon,
Yeah, I
stars
show
in the
them the.
sky.
I
Yes.
take them to the planetarium. Yes, I arrange special shows for them, and apart from that, I go to the housing societies, buildings, schools, colleges, and show the night sky also. So through my telescope, and I give a speech also in the schools, in not only in urban cities, even in villages. So you can definitely contact me, and my number again I would like to repeat is 9869264477. Once again, I repeat 9869264477. It would also be a boon to the resorts, to the hotel industry, especially which are outside the city limits. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a good attraction for the guest of the hotel, and children also can learn something. It would be fun and learn together.
That's really, and that's how we connect through stories. Because
Yeah,
children love
yeah.
it when it's in the open space, or when things are in front of them, for that matter.
Correct, correct.
Um, yes. So we have a couple of more questions. Just pulling out the name from
Yes,
here
please.
because I'm unable to see the name here. Um, Shania wants to know. Okay. She asked, with telescope. Okay. Srishti mentioned yes, she's part. Okay. We have Priya.
Uh-huh.
Priya is asking, Pluto is very small, so cannot be considered as planet. Okay, I think she has
Yes,
responded
correct.
to. Yes, thank you, Priya. Thank you very much. And Sun is the biggest star. Srija's query. Okay, that was Srija's query. Srija is Priya Karthik's daughter. So I
Okay.
think she also had the similar question why Pluto is not part of the planet syllabus. I'm
Yes.
sorry, of the planet
Why is it not
family rather.
considered as a ninth planet?
Ninth planet,
Why,
exactly.
why it has been excluded from the list of nine planets? Correct.
Okay. Okay, so the next questions are again from Rajshri, Shanaya's mother. Uh, Rajshri, if you could just rephrase, I'm unable to make out what are contents from Shanaya. Probably if you could just rephrase this, we'll be in a position to know. Moving to the next question, how can I connect with you from Shanaya? Shanaya, we have Sir's number. After this show, I will be putting it in the post. And you can reach him directly. I'm sure you will get to hear lots of stories from him, space. And yes, there was a question about Milky Way. One second, sir. Someone had asked about. I'm unable to see. Oh, yeah. How many Milky Ways are there? How many
Oh,
Milky Ways
interesting
are
thing
there? It's
is
from.
the name of our galaxy is Milky Way galaxy. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
near our neighboring galaxy is Andromeda Galaxy. So it has been named after the Queen of Ethiopia, that is
Yeah.
Andromeda. So what happens is there are about 300 million galaxies in our in our universe, and among the 300 million galaxies, Milky Way galaxy is just one, and Milky Way galaxy has got 250 billion stars. That is 250 followed by 9 zeros, and Sun is just one. And Sun has
Oh
got
my
8 planets.
God.
Earth is one. Earth has got so many countries. India is one. India has got so many cities. Our Bombay or Coimbatore or Bangalore is just one, and where you and I are just one, which means we are just a negligible speck in the vast ocean of the universe. So I
Exactly.
always keep telling the subject astronomy. It always makes a man proud and humble. He becomes proud by knowing the vastness of the universe, by knowing the mysteries of the universe. And at the same time, he becomes humbled by knowing his insignificance in this vast universe. So that reminds me of a famous philosopher come mathematician, Sir Bertrand Russell, who rightly
Awesome.
said, "We think we are wise, but we are otherwise."
Exactly, exactly. Again, I think it's Rajshri or I read in my AVS book that Earth is the
Uh-huh.
third planet, but please tell me the place of all the eight planets, Uncle. Okay, this is again from Shania. Lovely, Shania. Thank you for asking those
Okay,
questions.
Shana is a girl of questions. Huh? Shana is a girl of questions. Good, I'm so
Lovely.
happy.
She's making a
Earth
lot
is
of stories. I'll share a few
good, good,
details
good, good.
also with
I'm so happy
Rajshri's
that
book.
the same. I'm so happy that the same child has got lot of questions and she's asking again and again. It's really. I'm so thrilled and happy and excited to reply. What is the question? Could you please repeat?
Sure, sir. I read in my EVS book that Earth is the
Hmm.
third planet. Please tell
Okay.
me place of all the other, I mean all the other eight planets.
Okay.
She
Mars is
wishes to
the
know how it is sequenced, the planet.
Okay, Mercury is the first planet, Venus is the second, third is Earth, fourth is Mars, fifth is Jupiter, sixth is Saturn, seventh is Uranus, eighth is Neptune.
Shania, I think you got the answer. It is Shania. Amazing, sir, is the response from a Facebook user. I'll just check out. I'm just saying my mobile so that I can see the name and we don't miss their name in our live connect. Priya Karthik, I think she's sharing this on behalf of her daughter Shrija. Beautiful said, sir. We think we are wise, but we are otherwise. Absolutely, yes. So, running back to how the stories connect. Sometimes we just magnify the smaller things, and we carry the load on back of our head and put it most of the time on our shoulder.
Yeah,
But they are very trivial things over a period of time if we just allow
yeah,
them
correct.
to settle.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's easy said than done.
But one
But
thing,
then still,
Mira, one thing, I keep telling, if a mind is burdened with worries, just look at the night sky. Your 80% of the worries are vanished.
exactly, exactly. I would also connect this with, when we just look at the sky, looking at its vastness and
Ah,
the nature's beauty. It actually
yeah, nature
plays,
is beauty. Yeah,
it
correct, correct,
plays a movie in front of our eyes called Peace. And
correct, correct.
do we really forget about what is happening with us or around us? I wouldn't say so, but at least it helps us to be in the current moment, to feel what is space and the space which we can create for ourselves in our mind.
Yes, correct.
Yes, we speak about mindfulness, we speak about
Ah,
being in the current moment. Um,
yeah,
so when we create a space in our mind to
correct.
think about now, there are a lot of planets, yes, within our mind also. Each planet would talk about different emotions that we go through. But if we just keep on, if we keep holding on to the same thing, yes, as Sir was mentioning, we would not move ahead. Planets are
I
supposed
think
to keep
Meera, I
moving.
think Meera, I think you are now drifting from science to philosophy now.
I don't know. Science is something which is part of us. Philosophy also has a bit of science in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Anything both are intrinsically interwoven with each other.
and there's someone who says, Sri Devi Srinivasan has joined. Thanks, Sri Devi, for joining. The universe conspires any experiences in connection with this earth.
Yeah, correct,
Absolutely.
correct.
Sir, I think we have one question we wish to ask you, and we wish to know about this comet. 1 second. So we have a question, I think, from a viewer. I'll just put it across over here. Yeah, would like to know some, if you can throw some light on the comet Levi Shoemaker that collided Jupiter in
That's
1994.
what I told you. Na, it has punctured the planet 15 times, and a lot of new things have been revealed about the comet families and all these things. That's what I was mentioning before. The comet Levi Shoemaker, when it collided the planet Jupiter in 1994, lot of new and a lot of new
Yes, yes.
informations
So
have
we
been
have a
found
similar
out.
question coming in. That's the reason we wanted to ask you here.
Uh,
All right. Okay. So a beautiful evening. So yeah, 1 second. Yeah. So a beautiful evening, and thank you for your time and space and sharing, about the comets, the stories with it, and also thanks to all the viewers who joined in here and for asking those questions. Yes, that's how a story builds. A story is incomplete if we don't have sometimes question from our side.
okay, okay.
Um, Thanks again, and to the viewers. We
Thank
have
you.
yet another connect for the coming Friday, next
Yes.
Friday, I mean. And yes, the Mayakatha Fest is also happening. Soon be sharing the details about the fest with you all. And
Yes.
thanks again, sir, for joining in this evening with us. It was
Yes.
lovely having
Yes.
you here.
Thank you very much, Meera. I'm so happy for the enthusiasm which you have shown. And thanks to Shania also for asking so many questions, for
Most
bombarding me with
welcome.
questions. I'm so happy.
Thank you very much. And so
Okay.
that's how we build the stories. So that's how we get the
Yeah, correct,
concepts
correct,
together. And
correct, correct.
every individual, for that matter, learns few concepts in a different way. And
Yeah, correct.
story is something which we learn either in one word or between space of the word or in several sentences.
Yeah,
And a lot of comments pouring in. Thank you for your precious time. Thank you for
yeah.
joining in too, because you have given your time with us, and that's really lovely. That's how we have
My
been
pleasure,
connecting.
my pleasure, my pleasure.
And Mayakatha is all about, connecting stories, dancing those stories that you have with you. And it's a pleasure
Okay.
over here. We'll come back again next week with yet another coffees and conversation. Until then, bye from Mira and from Natarajan, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.